Hi guys. So I am coming on here to talk to you guys about something that is really exciting. So I'm gonna wait just a second to see if some people pop on, and then I am going to share some exciting news with you guys. So make sure you tell me that you're here. Say hey, give me some love. Doing Facebook Live is always sort of nerve-wracking in general, just because, it's live video. So like you can't take anything back, right? So I'm extra nervous about this one today because once I put this out into existence, I feel like that's when it becomes really real. So if you are watching the recording of this or you are watching later, just know that I appreciate you getting through this first part of the video. So I titled this video, "This is Freedom." And this is freedom. I retired from teaching. I have been teaching for 10 years, and I know that God placed me in a classroom to change the lives of little people. And I know that God put this business in my hands and in my place and in my world for a reason. And I was able to retire from teaching 5 years to the day that I joined Scentsy. On my 5-year Scentiversary, I retired. And this decision was not something that came lightly. This was something I have prayed about, and I've had multiple conversations with leaders in Scentsy, and they're like, why are you still teaching? Why are you still doing that? Because they knew that I could walk away. And I kept telling them, God hasn't told me it's time yet. God hadn't told me it was time. But in this crazy world that we live in right now, because of Scentsy, I was able to walk away and put my family first. I was able to do that because I believed in my dreams, and because I didn't give up, and because even when it was hard, I kept going. And it wasn't fair for me to put my children last for the sake of everybody else's children. And I love teaching. I don't feel that I am done teaching. I mean, I still get to teach through Scentsy, and I know that children are my heart. But the fact that 5 years to the day I could walk away without hesitation, without having to be like, well, where am I going to get money? That's a blessing that God gave me. God gave me the ability to be able to walk away from teaching when it was time. And it's not something that I dreaded having this conversation with my principal, because I have an amazing principal. I've worked at the same school for all 10 years of my teaching career, and I've had a great experience there. But I had to put my family first, and I was able to do that because of Scentsy. So I want you guys to realize, for those of you that don't know me, I want you to know where I came from. I joined Scentsy on the $49 join kit back in July 23rd of 2015. And I didn't even know if my card was going to go through when I joined. I didn't even know, but it did. And I followed all the people that were successful, and I found success. And I've been setting myself up for this for years. And I'm going to be honest with you, I never thought this would be me, that I could have the opportunity to work from home. I never thought that I would truly be able to pay off all the debt that I incurred. Because when I joined Scentsy, I was going through an ugly divorce. I was married to a heroin addict. He ended up becoming a heroin addict. It was very abusive. It was very detrimental. I overcame so much. That relationship took everything from me. And I walked away and I had nothing to my name. I had no money. I had nowhere to go besides my mom's house. And the person I was 5 years ago, I don't even recognize now. And that's because of the confidence that Scentsy gave me. And I was never the person that thought I would ever get to this point. And I'm going to go ahead and put the income disclosure in the comments. And if I post this anywhere else, I've paid off $15,000 worth of debt this year. Since January. It's embarrassing to even say that I had that much debt. But I made a plan at the beginning of the year to pay off all of that so that when I felt God push me, I could follow his lead. And I'm not one, I have trouble hearing God. I have trouble, he doesn't speak to me like, this is what you do. This is what you need to be doing. I have a really hard time hearing his voice. But over and over and over, as North Carolina has made the decision to do the things that they have with education, I felt the push. And I felt God telling me it was time to retire. So 5 years in, I've retired from my job or my career that I felt like was going to be for a lifetime. And I now have the freedom to stay home with Mason, to stay home with Marley, to do what I want to do on my time. On my time. And I want you to know that the only thing that I regret is not starting sooner. Because the time is going to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway. So if you are waiting to be ready, you're never going to be ready for freedom. You're never going to be ready to take the next step. You're never going to be ready to walk away. Walking away is one of the scariest things that I've ever done in my life. But I know that God is going to provide for me because I fully believe that right now He's allowing me to be the hands and the feet. That He's allowing me to stay home with my son. To walk away when I know that I need to protect my peace. That I know that staying home and teaching online from home was going to make me fall so far deep into depression and make my anxiety go through the roof that it wasn't worth it and that I had to put my family first. And that is what Scentsy has given me, and that is freedom. So if you have been waiting to be ready, or you have been waiting to go after your dreams, fight the fear. Fight the fear and do it anyway, because the time is going to pass you by. And if I hadn't joined Scentsy 5 years ago, I'd be gearing up to teach online. I'd be gearing up to put Mason last, because I have to be in front of a computer all day long, or put Mason in daycare while I'm teaching other people's kids if I hadn't have joined Scentsy 5 years ago. Because I took a chance on me, and because I took a chance in something that I never believed in to begin with. And guys, it was hard to come on here and talk about this because I'm worried about what people are going to say. But guess what? They don't pay my bills, and they don't feed my family. And I've had people laugh at me and make fun of me and not believe in me this entire time. But now I'm able to control what I do. And if I decide it's time to go back to teaching when we are back to normal and in person, then that's what I'll decide to do. But right now, freedom is mine. And I'm able to choose that I can retire. And I'm able to choose that I can stay home. So I want you guys to know, if you are a Scentsy consultant watching this, don't give up. Don't give up, because you can have the opportunity to retire. You can have the opportunity to stay home and do what you want to do. I didn't believe that it would happen. But you know what? I got up every day, I put my head down, and I got to work. And there's been so many people who didn't understand why I wouldn't go out on Friday nights, or why I wouldn't come hang out and do Sunday Fun Day. But it was because I was working on my dreams and my goals, and they weren't going to understand, because I was made for more, and so were you. You were made for more than to just pay bills and die. You don't have to wake up every day and go to a job that isn't bringing you joy anymore. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You need to wake up every day and do little actions towards your goals, because consistency matters. All of this work that I've been doing, I'm successful because I'm consistent. I'm no one special. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. But I'm consistent, and I'm passionate, and I believe that God is going to provide through all of this, and that God has his hands in all of this, because I know that, and I felt that. And I know that I'm making the right decision. And I just want anybody who's listening to this to know that you can do this. You can do this. Don't just let the time in your life pass you by, because you get one life to live. And I didn't want to look back in 5 years and regret teaching online and not staying home with my children. I didn't want to regret. And I don't want you guys to sit back and regret all of the work that you didn't do. And wonder what if. Wondering what if is the worst thing in the world. Questioning yourself is the worst thing in the world. But I believe that you can do this. I believe that anybody that's willing to put in the work can do this. And I know that even if your goal isn't to quit your job, if your goal is to just have fun money, buy a beach house. Some people don't even need money. They join for other reasons. But whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right. And there were so many days that I've wanted to quit, and so many days that I've told myself, I'll never get out of teaching. I'll never be able to walk away. And I love teaching. I loved the schedule. I love everything about it. I just don't love where we're at today. And I fully believe in claiming things into existence. So if you're claiming something, claim it. Put it out into the world. Yesterday I shared a post 4 years ago. I posted a picture of me and Mason, and it said, I will be a work-at-home mom one day. Because everything that I did for him. I started this business for him. I stuck around for him. Because me and Mason went through hell. Even though he doesn't remember any of it. I know that everything that I did to get to where I am today is for that baby and for Mason. And I have the life that I have today because of him and because of this business and because I didn't give up and because I put in the hard work consistently, even when I didn't want to. Nobody has to understand your goals but you, because you are the only one that has to wake up every day and live your life. Just you. Nobody else. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or what anybody else does. If they're not feeding your family, peace out. Peace out, Girl Scout. Heads up to all my haters. But claim those things into existence, because 4 years ago I said that and I didn't believe it was possible. I really didn't. I never thought that I would see the day that I could retire, but here I am. And 5 years to the day that I joined Scentsy, that's not on accident. That was literally the day I heard God say, move, move, do it scared. My sponsor, Chloe Cox, has been claiming it into existence this entire year that this past school year was going to be my last time teaching full time. And I just kept ignoring her and kept ignoring her. And she would say it. And she would send me voice texts in the morning to remind me that all of the work that I'm doing is for a reason and that this was going to be my last year. And I didn't believe it. I would literally roll my eyes and be like, she just doesn't know. She doesn't know. I'm never going to be able to walk away because of the financial situation that I was in for my ex-husband. I'm never going to be able to walk away. And even though I had that doubt in my heart, I never stopped working. And not only has this business given me financial freedom, I've traveled the world. I've already taken my son to Disney World once for free. And I'm about to take him, my entire family, to Disney World again for free next summer. And it's because of this business. And it's because I've been brave enough to just keep going. So keep going. Do your consistent actions every day. Rest, but don't quit. Do not let a temporary feeling affect your 5-year dreams. And that is literally going to be all around my house. I'm going to print it out and put it everywhere. Do not let a temporary feeling affect your 5-year dreams, because if I would have continued to let those feelings of doubt into my heart, I wouldn't be where I am right now and have the opportunity that I have right now. This is a blessing. And I want every single one of you to come with me if that's what you want. If you want to retire, I want to take you with me. My biggest dreams are helping people on my team and in my organization and in Scentsy retire if that's what they want. That is my dream. That is my goal. You know how you have people you look up to? The people I look up to, Chloe, Katie, Ray Ray, I've been doing what they're doing. And that's what gave me the opportunity. So I just needed to come on and put that out into existence, that I've officially retired from teaching. I am doing Scentsy full time and being a work-at-home mom. And I appreciate y'all's support so, so much. And if there is anything that I can do to help you stay scented, to help you reach your goals, to help you just rise above. If you've been waiting, stop waiting. Start today.